So America, just when you thought we had averted any more government shutdowns, we might be going into our third one over an issue that really has nothing to do with government. Yes, indeed, America, it is true. Congress has come back to town after their recess. You thought they would have got some rest, and at the same, while getting some rest, they would have got some common sense. Well, clearly they didn't get any common sense. And now there's not only traffic in Washington, but there is noise and air pollution from stupid members of Congress. So they've scheduled 12 legislative days to find a bipartisan compromise to keep the government open. Now here is what's at odds. Mitch McConnell, who's the leader of the Senate, has said we will do everything in our power to keep the government open. On the other hand, our good friends John Boehner and his pals, Steve Scalise, so on and so forth, Paul Ryan, the maniacs, they are like, we are going to shut the government down. Shut her down, shut her down, shut her down. For no reason in particular. And what they're saying, the most contentious matter that they're worried about, why the government is going to get shut down. And the answer is simple: a woman's uterus. Funding for Planned Parenthood is why the government might get shut down. Yes, indeed, America, it is true. Not only Planned, but that's the main issue as to why the government gets. Some conservative Republicans are turning to a familiar playbook in Washington, and they're threatening to refuse to vote on any spending bill that provides federal health care monies to Planned Parenthood after several undercover videos surfaced this summer claiming that affiliates of the group illegally profited from selling tissues of aborted fetuses for research. Planned Parenthood has denied any of the charges. Cecile, who we love here at the Fowler Show, full disclosure, has said this is not true. Those people were out of line. But that's not the main work of Planned Parenthood. 90%, more than that, 95% of what Planned Parenthood does each and every day is keeping America's women healthy. The poorest women in this country. The lowest common denominator. They're making sure they get pap smear screenings. They're making sure they get cancer screenings. They're making sure they can get STD checks. Now, let me be very clear. What Planned Parenthood does has literally the stopgap of saving our nation from chlamydia outbreaks and gonorrhea outbreaks. I'm not lying to you, because they are a stopgap measure for the lowest common denominator of Americans. But for Republicans, it doesn't matter, because the 3% of Planned Parenthood's work, which the Hyde Amendment, which is an amendment passed by the Senate, says that taxpayer dollars cannot go to fund abortion. So there's not tax dollars going to pay for these abortions. People are paying out their own pocket for the abortion. Just the tax dollars are paying for people to get cancer screenings. What is so disastrously wrong with a cancer screening, America? What's wrong with it? I'm flabbergasted that these Republicans will cost us billions of dollars because they hate Planned Parenthood and they hate a woman's uterus so much. Most of them are sleeping with women's uterus, for the record.